tonight, we hear from the parents of a bright 16-year-old girl and what they describe as her entirely preventable death. She died by suicide yesterday, but her parents say she tried without success to get help last week at the Chalmers Hospital in Fredericton.
Lexi died by suicide yesterday. Her family believes had she gotten the help she needed last Thursday, she would still be alive.
I am sick and tired of this happening. Yesterday morning, as I was sleeping in the bed behind me, a 16-year-old girl by the name of Lexi Daken took her own life because she was dealing and suffering with bipolar disorder and depression, and the angst of growing up. I assume it can really take a toll on someone's mind. She took her life a week after being shoved away from the hospital, told that she could either wait to see a psychiatrist on call after already waiting 8 hours, or be given a referral for 2 weeks. And because she didn't want to be a burden making them call this person in, she took the referral, she came home, and yesterday morning she took her life.
The family says it was after a suicide attempt last November that Lexi was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder and depression after a trip to the ER. She was referred to New Brunswick Mental Health, but her parents say they never got a call.
Her mother, Shauna, shared a post which has now gone viral, over 15,000 shares today, literally today. And it's gone everywhere. It's already been on my news. I'm hoping that we wake up to the realization that this hospital, Dr. Everett Chalmers Regional Hospital in Fredericton, is 100% to blame for this death. And I do not say it lightly. The title of this video is accurate. This hospital killed her. It killed her chances of getting help, of getting better, and obtaining the love, the support, the medication, whatever it may be. Even just a place to stay overnight, just a place to be, to get a psychiatrist, to see somebody, to talk. She was doing the right thing, and you turned her away. I'm not saying everyone at this hospital is to blame, but the people on duty that were there are to blame for this.
Then, last week,
well, I was at work and Lexi called me around lunch on the phone and said, "Dad, the guidance counselor wants me to call, and she thinks I need to go to the hospital and see a psychiatrist and get some help."
Because of COVID-19 protocols, Chris Daken says he was told he couldn't trade places with the counselor.
Our intentions were to have her admitted that night, but she never got to see the psychiatrist.
According to text messages and a phone call, Lexi was told at about 8:30, after waiting for 8 hours, that a psychiatrist was no longer available, but staff could contact the psychiatrist on call, or they could give her a referral for 2 weeks. Her family says she didn't want to be a burden, and so she took the referral. Lexi died by suicide yesterday. Her family believes had she gotten the help she needed last Thursday, she would still be alive.
But this is happening to families every day in New Brunswick, and we should all be angry as hell about that.
We need to do better here in New Brunswick. We are a failing province in so many aspects, but especially in the healthcare field. LPNs are still fighting for money that they deserve, for rights they deserve, being completely ignored by our government. Mental health not being funded or not being funded enough makes it so much harder for people to get the help they need. Because if the funding isn't there, then people have to pay out of pocket. And don't even get me started on our province being sued because there's hardly any abortion access. Our province is suffering. The youth are suffering because of who we have in charge, because of who we have running things. It sucks that we have a system that fails people before they even have a chance to get there. To the people that were on duty and the people that are okay with this at Dr. Everett Chalmers Regional Hospital, I am hoping that this mother sues you or just gets the message out there that you are failing and not doing your job correctly. We need to do better. I made a movie about mental health and local suicides in September of 2019. I was hoping that with the Bridge of Hope event that more change would happen, but here we are again. And she was doing the right thing. She was there. She was asking to the Daken family and to all families suffering with stuff like this, or if you yourself are suffering with a mental illness or mental condition, I'm sorry. And I hope that someday that these things will be recognized as a real problem. I'm sending so much love to you during this time from St. John. This story really hits me and hurts me because at that age I was so close to committing suicide because of who I was as a person. I couldn't put it into words until I turned 22 with my Bearded Princess film. I have been in similar positions. I haven't dealt with bipolar or the like, but it is important to take care of your brain, your mental health. This will be on CTV News Archive forever. And this video that I've made calling out this hospital will be on my channel for as long as YouTube exists, because this story is important, and I just hope that that this family can heal. I'm sending so much love to you guys, and I'm sending so much love to everyone else around the planet who may be suffering or in the same position, or you cannot even have access to these resources.
She loved to ski and play softball, travel, and joke around. A 97% wasn't good enough. It had to be 100. And she mused about going into medicine.
She was showing promise as a human being, as someone who may contribute something to society, and her life was cut short. It's important that we take this stuff seriously. It's important that these messages get out there, and it's important that we blame the hospital for not doing their job. Yes, it was her choice, but she felt like it was the only one. To the Higgs government, to whoever's in charge, Horizon Health, whatever, you need to do better in so many aspects. Healthcare is lacking in this province, and people are suffering because of it. I couldn't sit idly by as this happened and unfolded in front of me. My name is Anthony. I am known here on YouTube as TheVlogTheory. I find it so important to have these open conversations. I know this might be a longer one, but I needed to get these things out. Lexi Daken will be remembered. Your family will remember you. This community will remember you. And maybe, just maybe, this story can be used for change, because change is what we need. Desperately. I will see you all very, very soon.
Her older sister wants to make sure other families don't suffer the same loss.
I know she loved me, and I know that she knows that I loved her, but I just wish I could tell her one more time.
The family has contacted the patient advocate. They want answers and say Lexi's legacy will be their fight to bring about change in the province's mental health system. Laura Brown, CTV News, Majorville, New Brunswick.